Hey climbers, Brent here. Are you ready to write your best songs ever? Are you ready to take that next step in your songwriting journey? Well, I want to help you with that. Listening to the C.L.I.M.B podcast is a great way to get started on your songwriting journey and to learn the basics about the art, the craft, and the business of songwriting. But eventually, you're probably going to need the personal touch. You're probably going to need some one-on-one feedback, some advice, and some help reaching your songwriting goals. And that's what I want to help do for you. I want to help you write your best songs ever. And I want to help you learn the art, the craft, and the business of songwriting, of how to turn pro in your mind and in your behavior before you ever turn pro on paper, before you ever have the awards to hang on the wall. I want to give you the mindsets and the skills to earn that stuff. And so we'll dive into your questions and I'll give you honest answers. And I can help repair your song if it's already written but has a couple bugs and has some opportunities to get better. Or we can help prepare your song if you have an idea, a notion, a title. We can do your own private song title challenge if you want. If you want to get ready for a co-write, if you have a meeting coming up and you want to get your stuff locked down where it's the best it can be, I'm happy to help you do that as well. You can see my calendar, get all the details, and actually book a session at songwritingpro.com/coaching. That is songwritingpro.com/coaching. Now, if you're still not sure if a coaching session with me is the right thing for you, let's listen to what this climber had to say about their session.
The first time I met with Brent was an hour session, face-to-face on Skype. I was pretty excited to have the opportunity for some back and forth discussion about my songs, because up until then I had been pressing send on the computer and waiting for days for a written general critique. With the written critiques, I was finding that sometimes I was left trying to interpret them on my own and then comb through what I know to fix what I thought they were getting at. But Brent provided real-time interactive feedback based on a solid and deliberate method. It didn't feel random and definitely didn't feel like judgment. In the end, I went away with solution-based critique that made perfect sense to me. I remember being a little worried about wasting time in my session trying to think of every question that I might have so that I could make the very most of it. But once he dove in, and it's kind of a magical thing to witness, his brain just turns and churns until every nook and cranny of that song has been considered, and I just wasn't left with many questions at all. The best thing after my session was just being able to see a clear path ahead and feeling also like my own brain is clicking a whole bunch faster after trying to keep up with his crazy acrobatic ninja fighter type brain. So I highly recommend sessions with Brent.
Song Title Challenge.
All right, guys, welcome to another Song Title Challenge, where the question is, climbers, how would you write this one? We have climbers, listeners of this podcast, send in their song titles to info@daredevilproduction.com. They put Song Title Challenge in the subject line. Once again, it's info@daredevilproduction.com. Production is singular. There is no S. When you put that in the title, it goes in the subject line. It goes into the right folder. I spring them live to Brent on the podcast, and we try to mimic what happens within the first 5 minutes of a pro write, where we get the title and we try to cook up 5 or 6 different conceptual approaches to writing the lyrics to make sure that we've got the coolest way to write this title. It's not a co-write in any way, shape, or form. It's a fun, creative exercise. You own 100% of the song. If you use nothing, if you use everything that we say, the only thing we require is that you give us an invite to the number one party, right? Anything you want to add to that, bro?
No, that's it, man. This is infotainment. We want to educate you, inspire you, motivate you to dig deeper into your titles and make the most of them. And it wakes my brain up, so it's fun.
There we go. This title is from climber Shalita Hagen, and the title is Gold Rush.
Interesting. So thank you, Shalita, for sending this in, and I'm going to do my best to do my best for you. So the first thing that hit my brain on that was a girl getting a wedding ring.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Which I guess it would be more of a diamond thing. You know, when you get engaged, that's really when you're like, oh my gosh. And so that'd probably be more a diamond rush than maybe a gold rush, although it's maybe on a gold ring, right?
Yeah.
But I think diamonds. So I don't know if that would be as appropriate.
That would work both ways. And I will tell you that when I got engaged, to my former wife, the only time I've been married, it was definitely a rush with the whole engagement thing, but also the wedding was, I was vibrating, you know?
Yeah.
It could go both ways, but yeah, there's plenty of diamonds on gold rings.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's a diamond something and a gold rush, like a diamond dream and a gold rush.
Ooh.
So you put that diamond in there if it's about engagement.
A diamond mine, like a diamond of mine. Is there a play on words there that you could?
She's got a diamond mind waiting on that gold rush.
There you go.
So it's about that girl that wants to get married.
She's got a diamond of mine waiting on that gold rush. Yeah.
Right, diamond mind. That or something.
A diamond mine. Oh, good.
Something like make that diamond mine and I get a gold rush. From the girl's point of view, he made that diamond mine and gave me a gold rush.
Ooh, that's hot.
Make that diamond mine and give me a gold rush.
There you go.
So it's like a boy marry me kind of thing. How would that work? You know, a song where the girl's like, seriously, marry me. You know?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now I'm trying to think, it could definitely be a compelling song, but is a female artist going to say that, or how would you frame that?
It could be from the perspective of the way that Hold My Hand was written. Like it could be an internal monologue.
Mm-hmm. Not like laying down an ultimatum, because that's just weird if she's like, seriously, buy the diamond and can you marry me? But yeah, it might be the internal monologue.
Maybe from an excitement thing, will he make the diamond mine and give me the gold rush?
Yeah, or he just did. Like he made that diamond mine and gave me a gold rush, and I got a gold rush.
Oh, it could be a story about like grandma, like a story about a family heirloom. Mm-hmm. The diamond is the family heirloom. The lyrics may be talking about grandma and that diamond and maybe everything that the diamond's seen now that he made that diamond mine and gave me the gold rush. And it could be maybe they were settlers.
Drawing it back historically.
Maybe it was great grandma's ring. Pick any time.
Yeah.
Tombstone or whatever. And now that he made that diamond mine and I got the gold rush.
Yeah. That's interesting. And is there a song, like an engagement song? There's that, if you like, you should put a ring on it. People still play it off that he liked it, so he put a ring on it when they're posting their engagement pics.
Yeah.
You know, is this a song for the newly engaged?
Oh, yeah.
He made that diamond mine, and I got a gold rush.
Yeah.
It's a gold rush because he made that diamond mine or something. Is there a way to play off that? That way, that's that song when they're doing their posting on social media that they got engaged.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. That's one angle you could go. Actually, I'm kind of in the middle of working on a bluegrass song that has something to do with Gold Rush, so I'll stay away from that. We kind of stepped on it a little bit, which is part of why I thought of that angle. So I'm trying not to step all over my own song here that's in process. But Gold Rush, what else could it be? So you think of gold wedding ring. Song-wise, that's a good way to go. Maybe she's good as gold, and I got a gold rush, emotional rush. The gold rush back in the day was people were rushing to California to get the gold. And of course, now you could think of it as an emotional, what a rush.
How many times have the songwriter described somebody's blonde hair as golden?
Yeah.
Right? Could be that.
Hot blonde, and I got a gold rush. She's good as gold, and I got the gold rush, or something, you know, like praising the girl. Or what if she gets a diamond, I get the gold rush? Kind of play off the thing from a male point of view. The marriage thing. She gets the diamond, I get the gold rush.
Yeah, because he's going to put the ring on when he marries her.
Yeah, he's going to put his gold ring on. That's part of what we do is we think of what else could these words mean in different contexts and different meanings to bring different things to this.
I got one, and this would be a decidedly country music approach, but what if you're describing all the city dwellers, you know, the big city people, from a country boy's point of view? We got our own gold rush out here, or we don't need the gold rush because we're in the country, and we take things one day at a time.
Take it slower versus rushing.
The juxtaposition of rush, and what are the words that you could use to be opposite of gold rush?
Gold rush, a slow something. You got the internal gold, slow. Or the gold rush is like sunset or the golden sunrise or field of wheat. You know, what if that's the gold rush is like farming? When they start coming up, boy, that's a gold rush. The corn is starting to come up or whatever.
We're knocking out of the park on this one, dude. I think we got like 6 already.
Yeah. I'm also thinking maybe it's someone like, hey, slow down. You want to get married so fast and this ain't a gold rush. Let's take our time here.
Oh, that just happened.
Don't rush, you know.
We'll get the white picket fence and 2.4 kids in due time, but let's not make it a gold rush. Let's just take our time.
Yeah. And I think about the gold rush too, you know, like a lot of those claims were empty. A lot of people didn't find gold. They went bust, right?
Yeah.
And I almost think like, what if it's maybe you see these people that got married young, they got their MRS degree in college, And it was a gold rush, but a lot of those claims went bust.
Ooh.
And they're getting divorced. Kind of like Casey Musgrave's merry-go-round kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was a gold rush, went bust. Take our time. And maybe you fold those in like, that's not gold rush, this. Make sure that this is for real. 'Cause I don't want to end up like others I've seen, all those empty claims. They go bust.
This isn't a gold rush. Let's make this about us.
Yeah, let's take our time here. Make sure that there's something real here.
I love that.
Like, are you in love with me or are you in love with the idea of being in love?
Yeah.
Are you in love with the idea of being married or with me? That's definitely a bigger thing. I also think a mix of like Merry-Go-Round by Casey Musgraves and Husbands and Wives by Roger Miller. It's my belief pride is the chief cause in the decline in the number of husbands and wives. Brooks and Dunn covered it a while back, like 2000 or something. Somewhere in there, it could be pretty cool. Like, yeah, they rushed into this stuff and it came up empty, but maybe they rushed in and they didn't. People thought it was a gold rush, but man, it came up. They struck it rich. My in-laws, Emily's parents, were like married in 3 months or something crazy.
Whoa.
And they're still together, and they're in love, and they're great.
They just knew.
What if people thought that was a gold rush, but they struck it rich? Like, you're going too fast.
Yeah, you could be from that perspective of, I knew about love, taking your time, but I didn't know it was going to be a gold rush like this. I didn't know I was going to get rich in the gold rush. And you're just talking about a whirlwind romance that, like you said, like Emily's parents, it was awesome. You know, everybody said, this isn't a gold rush, but I don't care because you're just so in love with somebody. You could make it really good like that.
Yeah, and it could be something, too, like saying a positive love thing, saying this is a gold rush. When you know, why wait? As soon as I knew with Emily, this is it. We were engaged and married in like 80 days or something. We got engaged like May 10th or something, married June 30th. Who needs like a year engagement? We did a simple wedding on the beach.
Me? I did.
Yeah.
I was dating Ann for 4 years. And then literally like one of our friends came up. I was like, Johnny, you need to crap or get off the pot here.
Yeah.
She was kind of wearing out. I was like, oh, right. Okay. And so then we got engaged and it was great. You know, we're still friends. And, you know, it's always tragic. But yeah, I was like, okay, let's take our time on this.
Yeah. For us, it was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
It speaks volumes about how you feel about love and I feel about love and commitment. Like, I'm sorry. That just made me laugh.
I was also 30. So I was like, yeah. I was in no hurry until I knew that she was the one. Then I'm like, okay, now why wait? She was ready before I was. I was like, oh, no, nuh-uh. I will not be rushed into this. But then I knew, let's do it. Anyway.
So when you know, don't take it slow.
Why slow when it's a gold rush? You got one that's good as gold. What you waiting on? Go.
When you know, don't take it slow. If you wait too long, you could go bust. If you move right now, gold rush.
Yeah.
That's a good up-tempo thing too, man. I like this.
What's the service in the song? With the gold thing, you may not even talk specifically about marriage and the ring, but it can be written with an eye toward that people can apply to that and be like, this is our engagement song.
Yeah.
Like whirlwind engagement, it's a gold rush. When you know. So that could be a thing that's positive, and then you have the negative of the gold rush goes bust, and the claim goes bust. What else? Let's see.
We got a boatload of them.
And I feel like there's so much more out there.
Maybe she reaches out to you and you do it, maybe a private consultation with that.
Oh, yeah.
This was a fun one, Shalita. We knocked this one out of the park. I think we got like 6 or 7 or 8 different ideas.
Yeah, and what we do, if this were live fire, you know, Johnny and I were both sitting in a room going, let's write a song. Then we'd really start digging in. We'd gather up a bunch and then go, which one really shines to us? And which one we feel like has the most legs that we can really resonate with emotionally and that we think will have value in the marketplace.
Right.
Let's aim there. You know, if it's the gold rush idea of a whirlwind romance, why wait? Then tempo, probably more kind of pop. And let's aim it at those girls that we want this to be their engagement videos. When they post on social, this is the song that they post with it. You know, like, let's build it for that sort of thing. Or maybe you write it for film, TV.
Yep.
Just do some really poppy thing because they don't do country on ads. And
right.
And maybe you got the female singing it because she's probably the one that's really super excited about the wedding rings and stuff. And, you know, you just do a really melodic and fun poppy gold rush thing that can lay over a wedding scene or a engagement Zales commercial. He went to Jared. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Think about all those things and then take your shot. Shalita, if you want to work on this, great. I do private consultations. If anyone else has a song that they want to challenge with me, or just have questions you have about the music business, man, I do all that stuff. I do private consultations. I do coach writing. I do song feedbacks, all that stuff. You can get all the details. You can see my calendar, and you can book a session at songwritingpro.com/coaching. Right now, we have a 33% discount, like a deep discount, just because of all the COVID craziness going on. And that discount is COVID-19 sucks, because it does. So I want to help it suck a little bit less by giving you a deep discount. Don't know how long we'll be doing this. I know Johnny has a discount as well for his stuff, but we're just kind of seeing how the world is. One of these days, it'll go away because things get better, but taking advantage of it now. Songwritingpro.com/coaching. And again, I do song feedback where you email a song in. I get back to you in about a week with my thoughts on it. Then we have online coaching sessions and even coach writes. Happy to do all that stuff for you.
Perfect. Well, there you go, guys. Once again, this one was really fun. I like this one.
That was fun.
This podcast exists because we want you to win, so keep on climbing.
And we'll see you at the top.